Welcome in, beautiful souls. If you're new here, my name is Jane, and if you're returning, I'm so glad to have you back. I received, if you're new here, you probably wouldn't know, but when I get visions of orbs, it is the collective's loved ones that have passed over that come to me with messages, and it seems to be on a regular, about once a week now. But I didn't get a message last week from them, and they brought me a message yesterday, so I thought I would just do this reading for you today. So they were they were actually kind of funny. Now what they were doing is they were like lining up as if they were in a lineup, and I'm like, why are you lining up? Are you like waiting or something? And then they moved forward a little bit, and then they slid back, and then they moved forward again and again slid back, and I'm just like, what are you doing? And they said, when I asked this, they said, this is the expansion that is happening. So what's happening is that you might feel like you're moving forward a few steps, or then you feel like you're sliding backwards, like you get so far and then you go back, and they said that that's actually you reviewing your old patterns or behaviors or thought patterns, and that is part of your expansion. And that the main message, though, from your loved ones is that you have not failed. Now, I don't know what that means for you, because I guess that would mean something different for everyone, but their message is they want you to know you have not failed. So we're going to pull out the cards. It was a very short message, and then they, just as quick as they came in, they left. And so they did ask me to pull out some cards, though, and so that they could expand on it. And so I'm just going to start with that first. So they want to bring out a message in the postcards here, and they'll have me read that. If you're still here at the end of the reading, you'll hear that message. Okay. This one. Okay, so we're going to read this at the end. Just move some of these things out of the way. So we're just going to set this card here. Okay, it's like a lot of excited energy going on. So I don't know if it's just they're really excited to get this message to you, or maybe that you're finally going to be able to hear this message, or you're in the right place or right time. But the front of this postcard at the bottom says, live your dreams. Oh, it's on the bottom here. A protagonist. Okay, so we're going to bring out a couple cards. We're going to bring out some oracle cards here, and then I'm going to read the energy and find out what the message is for you. Whoa, okay. The antagonist. Uh-oh. And the book club. Okay. The antagonist. And the first card that I read was the protagonist. Was the protagonist, was it? I don't remember now. And now they have the antagonist here. I'm not sure what the message is for that. Let me start with this one here. They're asking me to split it here. Self-acceptance. Self-acceptance. And then happiness on the bottom. Oh, and then it just slid with sadness. Okay. All right, Spirit. That's why the energy feels kind of heavy. My chest feels a little heavy. And that usually tells me that there's a lot of emotions going on here. Okay. Now, see, this person's looking in the mirror. Now, I don't know if this is... And it's funny, too, because I kept getting the message before I started this. I kept getting astral parasites. Tell them about the reading about the astral parasites. They split it on inner abundance. Okay, Spirit. All right. So what's the message you want from this deck here? Listening. Okay, so you're listening to something that you probably should not be. Maybe it's this inner voice that's going on within you here. Okay, so we're going to pull out. Okay. One more. Infinite abundance. You know, that's the second time they brought out abundance, but it was like inner abundance, I think it said. Okay. Okay, I was supposed to take a card, and I didn't take it. I looked at the bottom instead, and I started shuffling, and my guides, or your guides, I'm not sure who, just said, you need to listen. So they were talking to me. I don't think they were talking about you. I think they were talking about me. So I didn't listen to them for what card to pull. They wanted a specific card, and I didn't pull it. So... Gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. You know, on the bottom is narrow. I keep trying to show your God. Narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. Narrow pathway. Okay, so we're going to pull out one of these here. Feels like two. Okay, and then we're going to pull out one of these here. Okay, sorry, I kind of went hypnotized on this picture here, and I was just kind of getting these little mini downloads that... all right, sorry, Spirit. It's on the bottom here. Rainbow, beauty. Yeah, you know, I think they want you to see the beauty that's within you, not this this voice that is that you're listening to. I mean, you could even be picking up energy from other people here. Oops, stay there. The protagonist. I gotta see what that meaning is. I don't know what the meaning is in the book for that. Or the antagonist. I keep saying protagonist, not antagonist. All right, so... challenge, hostility, and disruption. Okay, so when this card appears, it signifies that there may be a hostile or disruptive presence in your life. It could be a person, situation, or something you're grappling with inside of yourself. Just like the hero of your favorite book, you can handle this challenge with courage and grace. The antagonist is not the strongest character in the story. You are. Okay, so this kind of gives me that that you're not being the main character guide here. You're not being the main character in your own life. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I want to throw one of these dice here to see what house we're dealing with, but I'm not going to bother with the dice today because yeah, you know, because the book club this card is about like your connections with groups or other individuals. Okay, Spirit. All right, so we have, I'm going to put this here, I guess. Okay, they want me to pull out. Okay, one of these. Oops. It's on the bottom. Dance. Okay. Let's put that there. Okay, so let's just start with these. And then I have some tarot cards I was going to pull out too. So it's on the bottom. This is about mastery there on the bottom. Okay. Whoa. Jeez. They pulled out a little bit of a clump here, so we're just going to look at those in a minute. I'm going to move this down here because they keep pestering. Okay, what's this one? Celebration. Okay, so we have celebration. Inner being. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Okay. And then we have eagle, which is vision. You know, this is about the having perspective, seeing things from a different viewpoint. It's this one here. Grounding. Gates of triumph. Okay, so it says go deep, explore your roots. Success expands in your life. The inner being. You know, I just keep thinking that you're seeing yourself in a way that and I'm not sure why you're seeing yourself this way. I don't know if it's because of somebody that you're connected with has said something to you and it's been like playing on your subconscious and it keeps rearing its ugly head to you. Okay, but it did show here that it's causing some kind of heartache here, with the inner being, and they were bringing out a lot about your internal, that you're listening. Yeah, look at this. You need to walk away from whatever this is. Yeah, you're going to walk away from this, or you already have. Yeah, the King of Pentacles here. This is going to, and the King of Pentacles is a lot about, like in self-improvement and having security and, being like a business owner and that kind of stuff. So, it's a lot about grounding too, right? And what's this? Yeah, creativity. Here we go. Like, and the Three of Wands. This is like the traveling and moving forward, which just backs up this card here. Okay, what's this one here? The Chariot. Yeah, moving forward again. So you have like, walking away. This is like traveling, like moving forward movement, and then you have the Chariot. So there's something in this inner being, though, they want me to read to you. Oh, God. That deck. Oops, sorry, Storm. Startled my cat. I gave on the book. Hold on a moment. I need to find the book. With this eagle, too, the number 13 breaks down to a 4, which is also about balance. And then you have balance over here. Okay, so they want me to read that. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. There's a message here with this eagle, too. Number 15. We are connected to everyone and everything. This also means that we carry much responsibility. Just like I said, like I'm not even sure if this is all just coming from you. I think you could just be picking up this negativity from other people. And that's why they kept bringing up about the parasites. The the astral parasites are saying things into your head and you think it's your voice, and it isn't. They're trying to mirror back negative feelings to you. And they drew me to, as soon as I said that, they drew me to the celebration card, which says sacred ceremony with red jasper. I think you need to get some kind of cleanse your energy, cleanse your aura, cleanse your chakras. The grounding, that's why they brought out the grounding, because whoever that you, I mean, it's up to you, because I mean, I don't know who the people in your life, but it's a group. It could be like up to 3 people. It could just be one. But I noticed that they have 3 people here, and then there's you. So and then there's 3 people here, and then you. So I'm assuming it's like a group of 3 people, and they're bringing out how this will give you some kind of triumph. You'll have some kind of, it'll help expand your because that makes sense too, because they were saying how like you're going forward and then you get pulled back. So I think that's what's going on, is that you move forward and you're forward thinking, and then you get pulled back. But I think it's because you're being pulled back by this energy. It's pulling you back. Because Pisces are like, it's all are like a water sign, and it's like really emotional type energy here. Okay, so okay, so they just want me to read this little thing here, and this has to do with this inner being card here. So it says, we are part of a great network, a wonderful mystery of connections. Sometimes it seems like what we do affects us alone, but this is not truly the case. If you work on yourself today, overcome your jealousy or envy or your resentment, you are doing this for all people. Everything is connected to everything else, and everyone is responsible for the well-being and involvement of humanity. Start with yourself. You can be certain of the support of the light beings. You know, um, so that's basically, what I was saying. Like, this is, you're thinking of yourself in a poor way, but like I said, you could be an empath, and you're picking up this energy from other people. So grounding yourself is really important. And how you view yourself is extremely important. And don't worry about how other people think or feel about you. See, it's creating a lot of emotional unbalanced energy for you. That's why they're saying, like, balance your spirituality and practicality. So every time you start getting those negative thoughts in your head, you have to stop and go, what is this about? Why am I getting this? Immediately go deep and explore. Who have I been around? What's the energy around me? Do some kind of cleansing, and it'll expand. It'll help you expand, so you can continue to move forward. That's what's happening, is you go only so far, and then these thoughts are, because these parasites are going to constantly be trying to nag in your head, and make you think and believe things that aren't true. And then you get kind of, it's once you get caught up in it, then it can draw in more of them, so they can really like take over your entire psyche and keep you stuck for like days, weeks, even if it's bad enough. And then that's what's pulling you back, so it makes it hard for you to move forward. So there's a message here from this eagle that they want me to read to you. So you're caught up in too many details of living, getting distracted easily due to the continual bouncing from one thing to the next. While it's necessary to attend to all these details, your habitual fragmented approach creates tension and anxiety. You feel overwhelmed and victimized by the number of responsibilities before you, and have lost perspective on what are the most important. Step back from your tasks for a moment and see the bigger picture. Pause, take a few slow, deep breaths, close your eyes, and identify what's truly important. Just like I just said, I don't even know why they made me read this. Maybe this explains it better than I did. Oh, God. Okay, so what's truly important, that which has heart and meaning. Visualize those various items and how to best approach them. As you come to recognize what's truly significant, create an external representation of your goals and intentions with a written list or a vision board. Either will help you achieve greater perspective and focus. Okay. All right. So is there anything else in this tarot deck? Oh, look at that. And it's back. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to show your guides. Look at that. Mastery's back on the bottom. That's funny, Spirit. Because, you know, when I pulled this deck out and I shuffled it, Mastery was on the bottom. When I first pulled it out, I shuffled it and then I set it aside, put a crystal on it to cleanse it. And when I picked it up, it was back on the bottom, and now it's back on the bottom again. So this is all about mastering that. Look, and then Queen of Wands is right underneath. Look, and you already have the King of Wands, or that's King of Pentacles. Sorry. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Absolutely, yep. This is all about your boundaries. Keep your boundaries. Yeah. You know, have that confidence. That's what the Queen of Wands is. You know, they want you to have your own confidence, right? Have that. You know, the Queen of Wands is like somebody that's very magnetic, that, you know, she draws the energy towards her. So that's why I think that you could be an empath, because I think you're drawing this type of energy towards you. Is there anything here? Look, psychic ability, trust your intuition. Well, that they're bringing up about the balance, about your spirituality. I figured you might have been an empath or something. Okay, so you have psychic ability, trust your intuition. So that's probably why these parasites are coming after you. That's why it's so important to ground, especially if you've been around people before you're around them and or after you're around them. So you might find some black tourmaline might be helpful for you. I know this is red jasper, but I don't know anything about red jasper. I just know that black tourmaline does work. And selenite also helps to cleanse your energy. Okay, look at that. Oh, celebration, fun, enjoyment. And you know that card was underneath that one, but again, I didn't take it. Bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Yeah. You know, and it's, which card that I saw that had a bull in it? The King of Pentacles, there's a bull. I don't know if you can see that here. There's a bull here in the back and behind him. See the bull? It's on the bottom. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Yeah. Just like I said here with this. Oops, I put them upside down, but with this moving on, this creativity, you know what I mean? All right. Let's see here. One more. Throne. Position of authority. Yeah, that's why they're attacking you, because if you have psychic abilities, which they're saying you do here, I figured you were a heavy empath or something, because, you know, they only attack the people that are in position of authority, though you might not feel like you are. But I'm going to tell you right now that these cards, your guides, my guides, they're not wrong. So let's see here. Live your dreams. Human beings spend a huge percentage of their life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forget you are a spiritual, immortal being. taking on a temporary human form. And I just said, you probably don't believe that you are. But when they brought out, like, balance your spirituality, and then they brought out your psychic intuition. And I mean, I was even saying that before, that I thought you were like some kind of empath. Okay, so it's not your fault. Everyone suffers from a spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self. Look at that. And have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this is going on, but you sure can feel it. Yeah, that's that empathic thing. You do, you know, you don't have concrete evidence, but it's something that you can feel it. You can feel the energy of others. You can feel the environment around you. You can, that's why these parasites can get into your psyche, because it starts confusing your energy from others, from what's going on around you, from what's going on in the ether. Okay, we're here to remind you to look through your soul eyes and see the magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind your mind in alignment with divine intelligence is unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. You are so loved, and we are all behind you. See, and that's what I was saying, behind you. And that's why they were like, everybody was lined up. One was lined up behind the other. Spirit. That's funny. When I saw those orbs, I was telling you how they were all lined up. Well, there you go. They just, I guess that's really simple. And I'm going to tell you, while I was reading that, they were giving me the download that I have, I received another message, I think before this or after, I can't remember. I received another download and I wrote it down. I was going to do that reading after this. They told me to tell you that the next reading also has to do with this. So if you see this, they want me to attach the other video to this reading. So I'll put it into the description when I upload it, because they said that it has to do with this. So I don't know what that means for you. I just do what they ask. So with that, I'm just going to close the reading, and I have other readings to do. So I hope this finds you well. I'm going to bid you a good day, and I'm going to send you all my love and light. And so bye, everyone.